Hello, my name is Adrian and this is EDC Pocket Tools, a channel devoted to all things tools that fit in your pocket. Today I wanted to discuss a very specific tool that has been gaining some traction lately, and it is the Linus Tech Tips, or LTT for short, stubby screwdriver. So that is this right here. It is a ratcheting screwdriver with proprietary 1/4 inch bits in the handle and a rotating top, and the ratchet goes both ways and has a lock in the middle. Yeah, they designed a very functional, aesthetically pleasing and workable ratchet here. Of course, this is fathered from their original ratchet, the original LTT screwdriver. And the biggest highlight of this, I think, is this ratcheting action. Like, let's listen to that. Like, that's a good sound. It's very satisfying, very hard, nice clicks. So it was launched a little more than a month and a half ago. So that's given people lots of time to already dive into this and test it. I'm not gonna really dive too deep into the actual performance of this thing. There's a great video done by Project Farm on that exact thing that I will link in the description below if you want to take a watch at the performance aspect of this. But I today would like to be looking at it from an EDC standpoint, an everyday carry standpoint. Is this worth carrying in my pocket? Is it too bulky? Does it not have enough bits? These are things that I would like to find out. So, from my past videos, you probably already know that I carry some kind of screwdriver solution. And currently, past to this, of course, it is the Leatherman Wave. The Leatherman Wave, of course, can be used as a screwdriver. It has the proprietary Leatherman bit adapter here. And this is the proprietary extension that fits into the proprietary Leatherman holder. And these are the 3mm thick 1/4 inch bits. So they fit in 1/4 inch drives, any 1/4 inch adapter, well, depending on the length, of course. And it's 3mm, so it's nice and compact. The advantage is you get so much versatility for the amount of, like, look at this. Look at how many bits you can store in this form factor, and this is really thin. Leatherman really knocked it out of the park with this. That's obviously, this has been a thing for years, but it's very notable. So this is my current solution for a screwdriver. It's not ratcheting, and it's not totally ideal. The reason why I say it's not totally ideal is because the actual shape of this thing and the mass isn't along the same line as the axis of rotation. So that makes this really, really painful to undo and to turn clockwise too. So I've just been kind of dealing with it lately. There's no other way to really go around that, except in my previous video I did mention that I also carry a toe peak ratchet rocket light ratchet. And the reason why I like this is because it's a 1/4 inch drive ratchet. It fits the Leatherman bit extender, like so. It also fits it at the bottom, which makes the whole thing a screwdriver-like thing. So, I don't know, that works pretty good. That's also what I've been using for the past little bit. However, when it comes to tasks that require a lot of torque, which more and more lately I've been experiencing, this doesn't quite do its justice because it doesn't have enough grip for me to get my fingers around and actually torque it properly. So it would be nice to have a proper screwdriver. That is where the Stubby comes in. So if I incorporate this into my daily EDC, I'm going to keep the Leatherman bits. I'm going to keep the bit extender and proprietary bit here. But I want to look inside this. So this right here has six LTT small bits, stubby bits, whatever they call them, in here. And so what I did was I took out all the bits from this, right? And I took out all the bits from my standard LTT screwdriver. And then I wanted to put the most used bits that I have most likely would use from day to day inside the stubby, and the ones ideally that would hold enough torque. Because if I'm going to put a full 1/4 inch bit in here and use it for that, since I have both, I'm probably going to want a larger bit that can provide a larger amount of torque. So for that reason, I have a number 6 flathead, number 2 Robbie, a 2.5 hex, I believe this is a 2 hex, PH2 Phillips, and the last Phillips is PH1. So those I found to be pretty versatile, but what it lacks, of course, is Torx bits and hex bits. I come across them very often. So I'm just going to put these back. I'm going to keep this hex 2.5 and this hex 2. So we know that there's 2 hex ones in there, and I'm not including the LTT magnet bit. It is great. I think that it's, you know, very useful, but with a stubby, I think that one more bit is more useful. So combining the stubby with these bits here, if you try to fit a leatherman bit, like just one standard leatherman proprietary bit, in the short stubby shaft, it's not going to work because the shaft is too shallow. You have to use an adapter which has a longer internal counterbore, so that way you can stick their proprietary bits in there. And this works really, really good in my opinion. Like this, you get a really compact screwdriver, so you can carry it in parts like this with the, you know, with the bits. And you can even take out, for redundancy, the bits that you have here. I can go ahead and take out the ones that are already there. And maybe, I don't know if Leatherman has more bits that are more unstandardized. That may be a good idea to put in there. Or just reduce the size altogether. Maybe I'll 3D print another one of these holders, but shorter, to compensate for the loss of bits that are redundant with this. So if you're using the Leatherman extender with the LTT stubby screwdriver, it works pretty good, but it does wobble ever so slightly, which is just enough to be very annoying. So it bothers me a little bit. I don't know if it'd bother you. It doesn't affect the functionality of it though. It's still perfectly functional as a screwdriver. You know, it's good, but it wobbles just a tiny bit. So, but yeah, for a screwdriver that, you know, as compact as it is in this form factor here, to be able to make it into all of a sudden a full-size ratcheting screwdriver with more bits in the handle that are good for larger torque tasks, and the smaller maybe bits from the Leatherman, which I didn't really coordinate very well, but they are what they are right now. If you carry those like this, then you get this solution where it's a fully functional screwdriver that's ratcheting, and a very good ratchet at that has a great little storage locker in the grip and long enough to fit into intricate tasks. One more disadvantage is you cannot put these bits, these short bits, into the Leatherman holder because it's too long. And I'll show you what happens. It just gets trapped in there. So Now, I kind of have to use my pliers here to get that out. It's stuck. Why do I do this to myself? There we go, finally. Oh geez, that was a pain. And do not do what I just did and accidentally drop one of these inside here, because you won't be able to get it out. I think this goes together nicely. Let me just go through my other solutions for what I previously used. You've probably seen my precision screwdriver Klein 27 in 1. You've probably seen it in one of my pocket organizer videos, if you have. If you haven't, then check them out. Anyways, this is the Klein 27 in 1 precision screwdriver. It is not ratcheting. That is the one big flaw in this, is that it doesn't have a ratchet. It has a spinning top, which is nice, which is very comparable to the LTT. The overall fit and finish is nice and very similar. I'd have to say the closing and opening mechanism for this is just a little bit more satisfying with the LTT. Something about it just grabs it as it closes, and a little bit more satisfying than this. But both in the same are very good. The reason why I used to carry this for so long is because of the versatility. You know, it has 27 bits. That's a lot of bits. Although they're precision bits. So yeah, you get lots of hex and torques and all that stuff, but they're 4mm. So you can't exert a whole lot of torque on whatever you're doing. I also was carrying this Victorinox Cyber Tool Model L. It also has a 4mm precision bit, and it has its own little bit storage right here. So it has 6 bits here and then 2 here. So yeah, was also using that. And then last, to compare, at one time I did try using this Wea little stubby, and it's just a standard 1/4" drive stubby. Nothing fancy, no, you know, I think that I've actually used this as part of my toolbox screwdrivers. If I need a stubby, then, well, I usually go to this one because it's just a stubby. You know, no ratcheting, unfortunately, but at the same time, it's kind of good in a way. You know, it minimizes complexity. So it's just nice to feel a solid, you know, standard stubby screwdriver every now and then. So I have the bits for those. These are S2 steel bits that I used to carry in my pocket organizer that I made a while ago. But I stopped carrying those in favor of the Leatherman bits, of course. And then one of my other previous carry types is this Vim, what is this? RFB 400 ratchet. And it's comparable to the Topeak, although it's much bigger than the Topeak. But it's much more functional than the Topeak, because you can use this as a T-handle by lining this up correctly, and use it like a T-handle screwdriver, especially with hex bits. Like if you're down on a bike or motorcycle and you're trying to undo something, then the T-handle really helps for that. But you can also use it like a socket. You can put that in there, put a 1/4" socket over top of that. You know, just use it as a ratchet for what it is. Or you can even like go like this and use it like this to really quickly undo something. So this is a really handy little ratchet. And that is, so yeah, so I went from carrying this precision 4mm one, and at the same time I had my pocket organizer, which also carried this this Vim RFB 400 ratchet, and I have very much liked this ratchet. You know, precision or 1/4". You know, what do you go with? I think the best happy medium, it's the Leatherman bits. Oops. Because they're just so slim, they fit and they have a large selection of both hex and Torx and the standard ones that you'd find in a full set. So I'm going to keep that where I always keep it, in the Leatherman belt sheath that I carry around with me. And yeah, I'll just carry it like that. For EDC use, I can completely see somebody carrying this every single day in their pocket as a a replacement for needing a tool belt or anything like that. You can carry everything you need in your pocket with a very satisfying ratchet. With the ratchet, it's a very, very strong and capable ratchet with uniquely designed bits. You know, I like the, I'm not going to put this in there again. I like the short bits. You have to use those without the extender though. That's the only drawback. With the extender is for when you're using the Leatherman bits. Overall, you know, final words. I do think that this is a good shot if you're looking for an everyday carry screwdriver to, try it out. I mean, it just uses standard 1/4 inch bits. So if you don't like the bits it comes with, I think they sell more bits as well in kits. So you can also do that if you want. I think that the hype is probably justified to a certain extent, you know. It is still a screwdriver after all, but it's a good screwdriver. It is. And it's something that I would definitely like to put in my pocket. So I'm just going to slip her in there. Yeah, it feels pretty good in there, actually, you know. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. And if you want me to continue to make these videos, then do that. And leave a comment if you'd like. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.